Take it away, Pete.
Here we go. It's 1999. As the new millennium closes, Beven euphoria is as intense as ever. It's arguably the biggest phenomenon since Hammer Time. And perhaps it is time to break it down. Because if you could bottle the spirit of the man, you would. You would box his soul, cling wrap his heart, and web his feet. But where did it begin? Every saga has a beginning. It's time to take a step back to a Bevenless society. I know, it's hard to imagine. Imagine there's no Beven. It's easy if you try. No turned up collars, no skinny black ties. Imagine all the moms without their favorite boy. Let's go back to a time when hyper-coloured t-shirts were only a crazy man's fantasy, the 1970s. Beven's mother lived the life of the time. Her name was Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily, and she was beautiful. The kind of woman who you would see in the street and say to your mate, "Ooh, baby." She was a mover, a shaker, a wheeler, a dealer, a joker, a smoker, a midnight toker, which was lucky because tokers who could work the late shift were in high demand. Then one night as she walked home from a young Ivor Davies concert, a bright star approached. That bright star was Daryl Cotton, and he said this:
"You are to give birth to a child. He will be named Beven, the most Bevenly creature of them all."
Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily pressed further. "When?" To which Daryl Cotton replied,
"When the time is right."
"And when will that be?" asked Bevenly.
"Lady, I've got lots of work to do. Anyway, only Beven knows. Stop coming to me with all your problems. I got problems of my own. I gotta pick up Mighty Monster from the dry cleaners. In time for the early bird show. Just Beven knows."
Then on one dark and stormy evening, Beven arrived like a beacon in the fog. If he was beautiful, he was also inconvenient. Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily was returning from the cinema in a Cadillac taxi. She had seen Grease and was commenting to the cab driver about how she thinks a sequel would be better than the original when her water broke. Beven had arrived. The taxi driver was in shock as he looked down at little Beven. In this scene, the taxi driver is being played by Alex Paps, who is being played by Yon from Tripod.
Beven in the backseat of my Cadillac, let me take you there. Beven's in the backseat of my Cadillac, let me take you there.
He was indeed a thing of beauty. As the doctor cut the umbilical cord, which somehow seemed to resemble a thin leather tie, he was heard to mutter that he felt a godlike presence in the room. It was so intense that he actually checked that God wasn't in the room. He wasn't. Bevenly was so moved that he looked down at the newborn baby and sung for the first time. In this scene, Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily is played by Huey Lewis, who is being played by Scott from Tripod, with backup vocals from the midwives and the anesthesiologist.
Is this the baby who'll bring peace and harmony, with backups from YTT? He'll sing Amazing Grace, and he'll be so ace. Oh, show me Beven, doctor, please. Give us a hold. No, not you, the baby. Show me Beven, please.
After the birth and all the unnecessary theatrics, a stranger appeared in the maternity ward and confronted Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily. That stranger was Johnny Young, and he spoke.
"The boy has a gift. I think he should come with me. I could teach him a new way."
To which Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily replied,
"You speak of the one who will bring balance to the force. You think it's this boy?"
Johnny Young nodded in a way that didn't quite work on radio. He also thought to himself that Bevenly Hirani Tiger Lily sounded a lot like Samuel L. Jackson.
"Hey, did you know that a cheeseburger in France, it's a Royale with cheese?"
Shut up, Bevenly. She understood the boy's plight. She had only one request. Yes, she wanted to sing one song by the M People. After that, Beven was free to leave. Johnny took Beven away. Bevenly Hirani was saddened, but she knew this was for the best. Johnny Young was to take Bevan to the Council of Variety Television and present him for approval to train. The council consisted of the big guns, Daryl Summers, Bert Newton, Don Lane, Graham Kennedy, Mike Walsh and Simon Townsend. It was quite overwhelming. It looked like the set of blankety blanks. Johnny needed this. He knew YTT was in jeopardy. This later proved to be incorrect. It was Tony Barber who was in jeopardy. He looked away at baby Bevan and sang a song taught to him by a former apprentice.
Bevan, help my heart, 'cause he's my only hope. I ask you please, Bevan, help my heart.
Johnny entered with baby Bevan in his arms. The council did not like what they saw. They were being overly cautious since the last mistake of allowing Frankie J. Holden through.
The boy is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
I'll teach him myself, Johnny said. I'll teach him how to sing and dance, and I'll teach him Japanese, because Johnny believed it was important to have a second language. Johnny stormed out of the council room. Ever the showman, he even went to the trouble of making storm noises.
Hey, did you see that cow go past? Oh no, it was Helen Hunt.
Storm noises were not his forte. Johnny knew he was holding something special. He put the slinky down and then picked up Bevan.
That baby is all that I want. See it lying here in my arms. I'm the only one who believes in Beven. The 6:30 slot on Saturday is a battleground with hey. If we're gonna succeed, it's with Beven.
So there it is. Johnny went forth and founded the Johnny Young Talent School. And as for Bevan, well, you know how the story goes. This has been Beven 2, Episode 1, Bevenly Creatures, the sequel, the prequel, the less than equal.
Bevan, help my heart.